Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. This is going to be a group energy healing where I heal 133 people in 11 different countries. And the theme of this healing and the next healing, it's a set of 2 healings, is get shit done. Productivity. Woo! And we will stick other really cool things in there too. Like unblock your spiritual path and clarity and maybe some clearing grief. All sorts of good things. We'll repeat some of the most effective things from the triplet set of 3 healings that we just finished not long ago. And let's see what else. Oh, yeah. Let me let me right off the bat. So quick sales note right now, November sessions, November group healing sets of group healings that will take place this November are on sale on my website. I just put them up there like 50 minutes ago. So if you want me to heal you in November, you would need to buy one of those. Of course, if you have a subscription, then you already have that all squared away. And also subscriptions are for sale on my website as well. If you know you want all the healings, you just want to simplify it, not have to manually purchase every month, there is a subscription option for sale on the website as well. Okay, so that's enough sales. Oh, wait, and the theme for November is one of the more popular themes, which is healthy family boundaries. And I've paired it with, it's like a dual theme. I've paired it with proactive clearing and proactive self-care for this and the next chapter in your life. So it's sort of a personalized thing of like what chapters are there in your life. Sometimes you have something that really puts you on a new level, and so it's a whole new chapter for you. But then also, obviously, the whole new year is coming, and a lot of times I see that like there's an energy shift that starts basically in November all the way through to like March, depending on the year, but usually that's sort of the thing. So it's like this, you know, October-ish, November-ish, all the way through. It's like a 6-month shift thing. So it's not really like New Year. I mean, January is like this boost because created by people, because it's like people think about positive change in many cultures. At least, well, I don't know in the US. I'm not a specialist in all cultures, but in the US, people think about New Year's resolutions, positive change in January, and so that sort of collective intention of making positive changes actually creates a big energy shift, which is nice to sort of surf in January. However, you could start surfing that early, like with this whole, the larger shift of like November through March-ish, October-ish, November through March-ish. So proactive clearing can help you with that even more, because you're clearing predictable energy blocks that would be triggering in that time period, so that you have smoother sailing. That's what proactive clearing is, and it's pretty cool. You can do it at any time of year, you know, for like the next 6 months, or the next year, or whatever. But anyway, so that's that. Proactive self-care is kind of a new, interesting aspect of it, where it's like with growth, your body's needs and you as a spirit and your emotional needs, they may change slightly, or it just may be even more important that you actually acknowledge your needs, self-care needs. So that self-care component should be really exciting, really, if you're kind of a geek like me. That you can clear energy in the way of you providing the self-care that you and your body really need, because that does simplify life quite a bit if you just get your self-care together. So anyway, so it's like a sort of a dual triple theme actually. There's the healthy family boundaries, then there's the proactive clearing and the proactive self-care. So that's November of this year. Those sets will be wonderful, fabulous, amazing. Alrighty. Oh, and my website is jwhealing.com. For those of you who don't know, I think it's right in the YouTube name as well, the YouTube channel name. But anyway, jwhealing.com. Used to be a longer name, but I want to try to be simpler in my life. I tend towards overcomplicated. So I try to keep that in check. All right. Okay, so today, get shit done. Decisiveness, productivity, clarity, etc. There are a couple things that I want to repeat that were especially effective in the triplet set that I feel like would be really beneficial to do again. And then there are some new things that I'm sure about and some new things that are in the maybe pile, so I don't want to say them yet. They'll sort of be spontaneous, whether I do them or not, or, you know, what flavor of them I do. So, but some things I can preview now that are definites for the healing today. And of course, within a day, you'll be able to see right at the bottom of the video frame in white font. YouTube puts it in white font, the chapter titles. So there'll be chapter titles with timestamps. So if you click on one of them, they'll all pop up on the side, and then you can see all the sections of the healing that we did, or all the sections of the live stream. So you can jump around easily and know what we did exactly. But anyway, so the definites are some things that the definite things that we're doing, that we're repeating, that were especially effective. I think the most effective thing probably was clear pants blocks, clear fear was the name of the channel, the chapter, sorry. It was in the healing that we just did, the 3 of 3, the triplet 3 of 3, which was actually this past Tuesday, so less than a week ago. No, recent. Clear pants blocks, clear fear. So it's, pants as in you wear pants. It's not an acronym. It's really like, as if you're imagining pants and the upper part of the pants. So from the waist down to, like, say, the mid thigh. So it's really more like hot pants, like if you have biker shorts or something that you work out in. So from here to about here. So energy blocks within the body and also in the first and second layers of the physical body aura around that area. So that's clearing pants blocks. It's significant energy blocks in this area that keeps you out of this area. Because I was looking, and for clearing fear is important, really helpful, helps you sleep, helps you get stuff done, helps you just, be very assertive in your life and, decisive, make decisions, all that good stuff, right? But it did seem like there were certain fear blocks and/or emotional blocks. Just if anything kept you out of this area of your physical body, then you didn't have the leverage. If you're not in this physical part of your body, like you as a spirit, if your astral body can't get in here enough, then you don't have the stability and the leverage to dynamically clear fear as it comes up in your day and your week and your life. And then you kind of go through, panic attacks or not being able to sleep or whatever, and eventually you may clear something, but it's like it's way too dramatic, right? And so we want to get you to be able to do is to be in this area much, much more of your physical body and your physical body aura, so that, as those fear energy blocks come up, you just clear them, either through conscious meditation or subconsciously, but so that you don't have the whole get triggered, freak out for a while, have terrible symptoms, eventually clear. You don't have that big arc of drama. You just, clear things before they create a lot of drama for you. So that's clearing pants blocks or clearing hot pants blocks. Essentially clearing fear, but clearing some emotional blocks along the way, and really whatever's in here in this pants area. the upper pants area. So it's I explain it in a silly way, but it did have a big effect. Some people it was the primary thing that helped them the most in the whole triplet set. So that's cool. I am going to separate it out and have an excerpt video of just that technique, which will probably be about 12 or 14 minutes, or maybe less if I can edit down the explaining part a little bit. But I did make two, let's see. Okay, so something new is, and I caution you not to, well, you can feel entitled about them, but I'm not gonna get caught up in that. I may or may not keep making them because already my work takes a lot of time, and I don't want too much of the back end work to take away from A, my private life, and B, just thinking about the energy and the techniques. But that said, I have made some excerpt videos, and I will make some more for this month's healings on getting shit done. In part because it's a topic very near and dear to my own heart. And I know that if a couple of the top techniques are in little tiny separated out videos, like a concise video that's only 8 minutes or 10 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever, that psychologically I might be more likely to use it as opposed to the long 3-hour live streams, which we're doing right now. There's so many pluses of the long 3-hour live streams, especially now that they have chapters, so you can see everything and, skip an explaining part or do the explaining part. You have so much freedom to customize with these long ones, but it's something I'm playing with, is having a couple excerpt videos. But again, I'm not guaranteeing that it will ever happen beyond this month. I mean, you can put in your survey if they helped or they didn't help or any comments you have about them. I don't mind that at all. I welcome your feedback, but I'm just kind of warning you. Don't give me a head trip about not making them if I don't make them in the future. I mean, you could give me a head trip, but I will definitely be clearing it out. Because I'm not sure if I will keep doing it just because of the time involved. All right, but anyway, but that said, I did make excerpt videos already. I made 2 of them from the third healing of the triplet set that we just did. I made one on clearing timing pain or timing baggage, and that one I believe is like 12 minutes or so or something. The other one I made is only like less than 5 minutes, and it's clearing copies of other people's pain. Which is a cool one too. So those 2 exist, and they are in the playlist for this month's videos, which is linked in the info section of this live stream. The live stream will have all the big, the playlist will have all the big live stream videos, but also any excerpt videos that I make, just singling out a technique. So there's that. But I will definitely make an excerpt video of clear pants blocks, clear fear, that one from the third healing, because it's probably the #1 most effective thing that we did in the whole triplet set. I mean, people are different, so something might be a real home run for somebody, and then somebody else didn't need it as much. So, but if I had to generalize, then I would say clear pants blocks, clear fear was the number one technique. The number two technique, as far as, well, one of the second tier, effective techniques was a chapter called Astral Safe Location in Healing 2 of 3 of this past set. Safe Astral Location. So I will be making, I know I'll be making an excerpt video of that one as well. And that I'll put in the playlist. And I think we'll do something along those lines today as well. So safe astral location is just, making sure that you know how to go with your angels and let them choose ideal astral locations for you for your astral body all the time, a part of you that is always on the astral that never comes into the body, but also for your astral body that is on the astral when you're sleeping, that to help the safe astral location, you're clearing baggage so that you're more likely to actually be able to listen to your angels and do the smart thing and go with them and have them, because they can find, any kind of cool location for you that's actually safe versus, just hanging out with a bunch of people that are screaming at you because you feel guilty or something, and therefore having bad sleep or waking up with a headache or whatever. So that's safe astral location work. And I did see that was also helpful for people with their sleep, of course, and also productivity. So we'll do some version of that today as well. But anyway, I'm going to just keep doing the overview talking. So also another thing that we'll repeat today is clear timing pain. I don't think I explained it enough. Clear timing pain is just like if you have baggage around, it's very productivity related. It's like if you have baggage around wanting to do, feeling like you should do, or wanting to do like 100 different things, but you only have time for like half of one thing. And you kind of have this inner angst about it, either consciously or subconsciously. So it kind of fries your brain. Like you feel bad that you can't do all the things you feel you should do. And it may be so paralyzing that you don't even do the one thing that you have time to halfway do, just because you are like stuck about how, it's not good enough, or you're not good enough because of that, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's timing pain. Also, it includes just any timing related baggage affecting your productivity, like fear of deadlines, dread of deadlines, guilt about deadlines, sense of failure about deadlines, or any sort of schedule hangups, timing hangups, procrastination hangups, productivity, timing related stuff. Prioritizing, the ability to pick one task versus, not being able to choose which one you should do. So it's related to focus and timing and all sorts of stuff within productivity. So that's clear timing pain, and we will redo that today. And that there is an excerpt video on that already that I clipped out of the Healing 3 of 3, the triplet set. Anyway, those are the things that we'll repeat: safe astral location, clear timing pain, and clear pants blocks, clear fear. One thing that we'll do that is new, newish. We have before, like, I don't like the word curse. Like, I mean, I don't mind it myself, like if I'm thinking of something, I'll be like, oh, that feels like a curse. But it's because the word curse doesn't scare me. But for most people, the word curse evokes a lot of fear and a sense of powerlessness, because it's like, oh, it's a curse, So publicly in these live streams, I don't like terming something, oh, that's a curse energy block. I'll just say that's a manipulation energy block. Because manipulation is just a little more dry, less fear evoking, right? More neutral. So, but anyway, we will be removing manipulation, specifically that influence your body and your body's illness and injury, how prone your body is to illness and injury. So I think that'll be interesting because we've removed manipulation devices before plenty of times, or pieces of energy that are manipulations placed there by other people, consciously or subconsciously, in this life or past lives, that are still there. But and how can you have a manipulation in your body that's from a past life because you didn't have this body in a past life, right? Well, it's because it sort of transfers with your spirit to your next body, and then with your spirit to your next body, until you actually clear that piece of energy. So that's how. But anyway, so we'll be specifically removing manipulations that make your body more prone to illness and injury. I did notice that that's been an issue for a couple people that I'm healing, and I think overall that could be really nice to work and interesting to work. So that we're definitely doing. And that's from your physical body. They'll typically be in layers 1 and layers 3 of your physical body aura, or first chakra or third chakra of your physical body. First chakra or third chakra, first layer closest to your body, or second, third layer. Third layer is maybe around there, all the way around you. So, but we don't have to know where they are. We'll just kind of make copies out in front of us of all the manipulation devices affecting making your body more prone to illness and I have talked in the past about how illness and injury can be, sort of meant to be as a learning experience. I mean, if there's something that's really meant to be as a learning experience, then, you wouldn't be able to clear it. But it could be that you're meant to have some form of illness or injury, but you can make it much more mild by clearing all those manipulation devices in the way. And it could be too that the illness or injury is not particularly, meant to be as like a learning experience for you. And so you can just clear the device and not get sick or not have the accident happen. So we'll work that. That should be cool. I'm definitely going to do something for clarity, but it's going to be kind of spontaneous as to what I do to help people with clarity. Clarity related to productivity. I mean, clarity overall too, but specifically productivity related clarity could be especially nice, since that's the theme. And it's so satisfying to be more productive. Alrighty. So I guess that's enough overview. Oh, I did want to give the fun facts for today. So for this set, so I'm going to be healing 133 people in 11 different countries, including 12 kids ages 5 to 17. How cute is that? Wouldn't that have been nice to get a healing when you were that young? Oh, so cool. And of the 133 people, 100 are in the US, 6 are in Canada, 6 are in the United Arab Emirates, 6 in South Korea, 4 in Qatar, 3 in Ukraine, 3 in the UK, 2 in Spain, 1 in Germany, 1 in Japan, and 1 in Australia. So hello to everybody that I'll be healing. And of course, people that I'm not healing, that didn't purchase this set of healings, you're still welcome to watch live and heal yourself as you watch if you wish, or just watch and clean your house at the same time, whatever. But the people that I'm healing will be the 133 people that purchased this set or their loved ones purchased it for them. Alrighty, so now I will quickly look at chat comments before I get going. Hi from hot and dry Chicago. Interesting. We're having a lot of rain. Our fall rains came early. I hope they kind of go away again, though, before we get like our 5-month rainy season. Anyway, I'm curious, how hot is it in Chicago? Because we're pretty cool here. It's like high in the low 60s probably. If that. Maybe high 50s even. Can see and hear you. Thank you. And then someone gives me lots of emojis. Thank you so much. What a sweetie. Someone says, hey there, Janet. It's 90 degrees right now in Southwest Michigan. 90. Wow. See, my tomatoes would love that. I would love that because then more of my tomatoes would ripen. Hello. This weather is not good for the ripening of my tomatoes. Can see it, hear you. I mean, we do have a lot in the house ripening, and I'll show them to you at the end because they look pretty as they ripen. But we still have a lot of green ones on the vine out there. So I would like more of them to ripen before we have to bring them all in. Before the frost comes, whenever that is. So it says, oh, it's 86 in Chicago today. Damn! See, that would be so good for all my tomatoes. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. My tomatoes are very happy. Yeah, I bet they are. Oh, that's great. Yeah, because the daylight is not the sun isn't as strong this time of year, and as the late summer, and the day hours are shorter, the daylight. So then that on top of the colder temperatures, and it's just not very tomato friendly right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna explain for a moment the gold light idea, healing with gold light, which most of you know. It's mostly just for newbies, although maybe there'll be something someone didn't realize that I say. And then we'll do the 3 minutes of quiet, and then I'll start the healing. Okay, so gold light is what I'm using to do the healing. That's what I suggest that you use in your healing of yourself. Gold light, as in the color gold. If you could see it clairvoyantly, it would be gold. You can set it with your intention. You don't have to see well or at all yet to do that. You generate it from your hand chakras. You have a big hand chakra in the palm of each hand and a chakra in each fingertip. And so you set those. This is the basic shape of a chakra, although obviously it's not going to be this big if it's in your hand chakra. So it's like round opening right here and then round opening right here. So it's a very oddly shaped chakra, but it does the job. And then your fingertip chakras are even smaller, right? So, but the energy comes out here from those chakras. So you set those chakras to be a metallic gold color, and that therefore would dictate the color of energy they're generating, which would be that metallic gold. And it's like white is much higher than that. Well, is higher than that. Silver is higher than that. Those are too high to heal yourself with when you're in the lifetime. But gold is good to heal yourself with. It helps repair and release and unblock and all the good things. And then purple and all the rainbow colors are below that. Still very nice. So those are like good chakra colors, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. Brown is not bad necessarily for your grounding. Most women might consider it a little bit low of a vibration. So if you're a guy, maybe you like a brown grounding, knock yourself out. But red or orange or yellow are nice colors for grounding in general. And we'll be doing grounding very shortly. Anyway, that's it. And you can make a copy out in front of you of what you're healing. You make it with your intention or your thought, even if you can't see yet. But so you would make a copy of all your 17 auras. Your physical body and your astral body are inside those auras. And then your grounding connects you to the core of the earth. You have 2 of them, one for your physical body and your physical body aura, and one for your astral body, which is you as a spirit, and your astral body aura. So your copy could be grounding, big wide groundings, all your 17 auras and your physical body and your astral body inside there. But you could also get rid of that copy at any time and just make a small copy of what you're healing at that time, like both your shoulders or, your tummy and the auras in front of your tummy. Change your copy as you need to. So that's the idea of using gold light to heal and healing with a copy. I should probably make that into a little chapter. Yeah. All right, I'll do that. All right, so now you're ready to do any of my live streams or any of my videos because you know how to use your hands to heal yourself with gold light. Great job. Woohoo! Yay! Let's do it. Oh, I'm such a ham. Okay. So now we'll do the 3 minutes of quiet. Towards the end of that, I will start the healing without talking. And then just for a minute, I won't talk. And then after that, I talk as I heal and I walk you through what I'm doing as I do it. So if you want, you could use it as a walkthrough and heal yourself as you watch, if you wish. Healthy beverage, always good. All right. Oh, yeah. Now, actually, the quiet part. Okay, fabulous. Let's do grounding. So recreate both your groundings. Just let them go. Make brand new ones. Make them red or orange or yellow, same color for both of them because you want your body and your spirit to be on the same page, same vibes. So you can be as present as possible. So make your grounding nice and big and wide. Bring it up high as your third chakra. Roughly around there where I was pointing, which is below your sternum, where your sternum, the bone that is your sternum, where that ends, just below that. That's where your third chakra is. Some people have it a little bit lower, like halfway between there and the belly button, but for me, that's a bit low. But anyway, bring both your groundings up high as your third chakra, and make your groundings nice and wide as all your aura. And you can comb through a copy of both your groundings out in front of you and use gold light from your hands, as I explained in the earlier section. The gold light from your hands wash through your grounding. And you can especially hunt for any tangles or blocks in your grounding and saturate them with so much gold light that they clear. You want your whole grounding to be a fast downward flow. Sometimes when you have recurring anxieties or recurring indecision, there are corresponding energy blocks in your grounding related to that. Shouldn't I? And so you want to find the blocks related to your indecision or your procrastination or your confusion, and just, you could blow them up or you can melt them with gold light. Find the energy blocks related to maybe some procrastination or some hesitation, confusion, any productivity problems. Find the blocks in your grounding related to them and melt them away. Indie grounding stands for independent grounding. And so you would check the outer surface of both your groundings all the way down to the core of the earth and melt away with gold light any attachments going into your grounding. You don't want your grounding to attach to anybody else's grounding because then it won't work as well. Clog more. So just let people have their own grounding, including even if you have young kids, it's much more stable for them to have their own separate grounding that's separate from your grounding. If you have a young child, there is a first chakra cord that you keep to your child until they're like maybe 12, 13, depending on the kid, maybe 14, but no cords at the grounding. Grounding ideally would be completely independent between you and your kids or you and anybody. All right. Great job. Woohoo! So that's grounding. Okay, so first we'll do aura repair, and then we'll do a little unblocking, strategic unblocking to help your productivity and also help maybe some releasing of grief while we're at it. But first you got to get the rips repaired because you don't want your aura to leak. Then it's almost useless for you if it's leaking too much. Your aura needs to protect you. And so if it's all ripped up, it's too accessible by invasive forces, invasive people or invasive beings. So you want your 17 auras to be all nice and whole with no big gashes or rips or valleys, right? So you have a copy out in front of you of all your 17 auras. And you have 17 auras because one is astral body aura, one is physical body aura, and then 15 of them are called Wei Qi auras. So 15 Wei Qi auras plus astral body plus physical body makes 17, right? So, but Wei Qi is a traditional Chinese medicine concept. It means your strong boundaries energy. So anyway, just comb through all your 17 auras. They're pretty much in the same place if you're present, if you're reasonably present. So you just comb through just to get a sense, because it's good practice to intuitively sense if you have rips in your auras, and maybe with your hands, you get good at sensing with your hands too if you have rips or damage just by doing, so initially you might think, well, this is ridiculous, I'm using my hands. I mean, obviously if you're at work right now, don't use your hands. You know, if someone can see you and you look crazy doing it, don't use your hands. But if you're at home in the privacy of your own home, I would suggest using your hands a try, because eventually you get good at it, and it's a huge amount of information that you get by doing that. And obviously your hands wash things out with gold light, so that's awesome. Anyway, so that's how to find the rips locally, you know, in each spot. Like say if you have some back here or somewhere, and repair them by washing them out with enough gold light that they grow back. But what we're going to do is repair all the rips at once, just more efficient and more newbie friendly. Like say if you're insecure that you won't be able to find all of them, and it's quicker. So you make with your intention an image of a rip, and you have it represent all rips in your 17 auras, and you repair this rip in order to repair all those rips, right? So you imagine your composite copy rip, and then you clean it out with sticky gold wax, which is gold light from your hands. You have it stick to everything that's not you and form a lump. That's sticky gold wax, right? So you fill it up with sticky gold wax, lift out everything that's not you as a big lump, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So fill it up with sticky gold wax, have the wax harden and stick to everything that's not you, so you can lift it out easily as a big lump. Angels, here you go. And use gold light and get really deep into the rip. Now that it's cleaned off, it should repair nicely. Nothing's in the way now, hopefully. So more gold light you send there, then the rip starts to get more shallow and repair itself. Okay, and so that probably repaired most of the rips, but in case you have one or two that are left over, we'll do it one more time, a little faster. So you make a composite copy of a rip that represents any leftover rips that you still have in your auras, and then you do the same process. Sticky gold wax, get rid of the junk. Angels, here you go. Fill it with sticky gold wax, lift out the junk. Angels, here you go. And then now just use gold light to repair. And you can say to angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way of this repair, can you please recycle them? And maybe you have a couple hard objects that I still haven't removed, so just lift out the hard objects. Angels, here you go. Lift them out. Angels, here you go. Hard objects might be there because someone threw them there. And a lot of them, hopefully, were removed with the sticky gold wax, but maybe you had one or two left over. All right. Beautiful. So then now you can go over the whole, all the outer surfaces of all your 17 auras, just checking for leaks, and give it some extra gold light if you feel any leaks so that they repair. You're not leaking energy. And again, you can say angels, if there are any invasive beings in the way, can you recycle them? Because sometimes if you have a leak that's not repairing, you either have a hard object still stuck there and some invasive beings hanging out there, or just invasive beings getting in the way of the repair. But once the repair finishes, then there's no more leak, which is nice. You might have some hardness left over, sort of like a scarring or a bruising. And you don't want any hardness in your auras, because flow is actually what makes you strong energy-wise, not hard crustiness. So you can just put copies out in front of you of any leftover hardness in your auras, and you're going to melt all that leftover hardness with gold light. So again, just put copies out in front of you of any leftover aura hardness that you have in any of your auras, and use gold light and take your time and just melt it away. All right, good job. So you could redo your gold buffer zones. And really quickly, the Wei Qi auras, they each have 3 gold mesh spheres in them. And these gold mesh spheres wrap all around, you know, and there's one closest to your body, one sort of in the middle, and then one furthest from your body in each of the Wei Qi auras. So you have really 45 of these, right? Because you have 15 Wei Qi auras. So we're just going to heal them all at once, repair them all at once. Because if you get a rip in them, then they don't work as well. You don't generate as much gold light. So just imagine all your gold mesh spheres in your Wei Qi auras and repair them. Light. And some of you guys that are like, sometimes people wonder like, okay, well, I heal myself and I do something, and then Janet does something for me in the healing, and when she does it, it's like 5 times more powerful than when I do it. Part of that, I mean, there are a lot of factors, but part of that is there's a way in which you need to relax enough so that your energy is flowing enough so that you're present enough. The more present you are and flowing you are, the more capable you are as a healer. So try to relax a little bit, but not like a tune out, spacey, go to sleep relax, just like a be centered relax. Like a really just sort of, you know, step back from the drama. Just come in more to your body and just find your peace, find your center as you're healing. I mean, obviously, you know, don't wait till the perfect day and the perfect time. Do it whenever, even when you're freaking out. But just a tip, you know, if you can breathe and relax a little bit as you do it, you'll be more capable in healing yourself. So right now we are repairing gold mesh spheres. Just a little bit more. And you don't have to know where the rip is. You can just be like, okay, well, the most damaged part, that's what I'm going to repair right now. All right, good job. So redo your gold buffer zones. Those are big gold force fields that you create, that you attach to the edge of your physical body aura and your astral body aura. There's a video on that if you're interested. You search Janet Wright gold buffer zones, you'll find it. So that concludes aura repair. So then aura unblocking to help with productivity. Okay, so we just did all the aura repair and some basic aura unblocking because we got rid of the hard, crusty parts in your auras. But you can comb through your auras and melt away blocks, especially above your head and below your feet in your auras. To help with productivity. And just use your intuition. Maybe you have a lot of blocks above your shoulders in your auras that are sort of weighing you down, making you feel overwhelmed. Maybe they're above your head, right above your head. Blocks in your auras that are affecting your productivity the most. Maybe they're like from your hips on down below your feet. So it's just a general aura unblocking to help with productivity. And unblock the front of all your aura layers, of all your auras, and the back of all your auras. A lot of people have, you know, so much stuff in the back of their auras. If you imagine, you know, like the messy part of your desk, or like the messiest closet in your house, you know, you don't want the back of your auras to vibe that way, you know? So just be there, shine a lot of gold light in there and heal it. Unblock it. No shame. Just unblock, release. Okay, let go. So comb through the back of all your auras. Especially closest to your skin. Make sure that's flowing. Because that's like the layers that relate to your lower chakras the most, and the parts of your auras that impact your physical body the most. And right below your feet. All right, good enough for now. So, of course, we will do much more unblocking for productivity, but that was just a general one that we did right after aura repair. Okay, so creative rings are a part of your astral body, you as a spirit. 1, 2, 3 creative rings, 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings, right here. They're gold, and they generate gold light that then becomes like a nice force field within the rings, and also the gold light gets sent down to help all your major chakras. But a lot of people have damage to their creative rings, and they also have people cording their creative rings, which becomes very overwhelming since it's such a strategic location. So you don't want that. So just imagine a copy out in front of you of your creative rings, and calm your rings down. Like melt the cords away that are going into your rings. You want the flaps. Trying to get a diagram that I have. So this is an image of what you don't want a creative ring to look like. This is with the flaps stuck out. The flaps are in an irritated state right here. All that stuff sticking out, right? So that's because you might have cords going in from invasive people or invasive beings, and they're sending energy in that's not yours. That energy has to go somewhere. So part of what it does is it irritates the ring and pops out the flaps, which then unfortunately makes it easier for other people to cord you, because the cords go in right, you know, at the flaps. So just melt cords so the flaps relax and fall shut, so you have a nice smooth surface for each of your rings. And that's true for your chakras as well. The round openings have flaps around the chakras. So you want to melt cords when we get to the chakra part, so that the flaps relax and fall shut. Anyway, creative rings, we're still doing those. Melt cords. And you want to check too, can the gold light from your hand permeate each ring? Because if not, then you probably have too many energy blocks, like within the rings and right above the rings. And then somebody's cording that and sending their energy, and then that energy goes into the energy block and then goes out and coats the creative rings with their energy. And so it's like a shell that blocks healing. So that's part of why unblocking, we combine repair with unblock, repair and unblock. We alternate back and forth. So just keep melting energy blocks within the rings and above the rings. And then just keep repairing and melting cords. Repairing your creative rings. And again, double check how permeable to gold light is each ring. You know, does your gold light get in so it can relax the ring and repair it? And again, I mentioned before, try to relax a little bit. Like sometimes you want to heal so badly that it's like, you know? So try to be more flowing, you know, be within your spine, be within your major joints as you do this work. Just let the gold light do the work. And if it's not permeating enough, that's because you have some energy blocks that are allowing people to cord the area and send their energy all in there. So just keep unblocking so that your gold light can saturate the ring properly and repair it. It's like that whole work smarter, not harder thing. So melt the energy blocks within and above your creative rings. And okay. So that's creative ring repair and unblocking. So now chakra repair and unblocking. And we use composite copy technique. So you imagine you create an image of a chakra out in front of you, like this, like an open cylinder. And you have it represent all your major and minor chakras of your body and spirit. So any energy center that you have, which includes all the wonderful acupuncture points of your physical body, those I would call minor chakras. Important, but just not the major 7. So those are included in minor chakras. Also, you have chakras that just keep the energy flow of major energy channels, like down your arms or up your legs. So anyway, lots of energy centers. So just repair them all of your body and spirit. So you just use gold light with this composite copy of a chakra. And again, melt energy blocks around the chakra. You want the gold light to permeate really well into the chakra. So just pay attention to that. If you don't feel like the gold light is effective enough, then maybe there's just too many shells around the chakra. You can lift the shells out. Give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. And you can unblock the chakra. Just drag out blocks and melt them away with gold light. Drag them out, melt them with gold light. You can do collapsing gold nets, like around this composite copy of a chakra. So big cube of gold netting, and have it collapse in and tangle up anything that's not you within your chakras that is healthy and gentle to get rid of, and drag that out. Angels, here you go. So collapsing gold nets, have it collapse and tangle up anything that's not you that's healthy and gentle to get rid of within your chakras. Drag it out. Angels, here you go. So again, melt cords going into typically they'll be going into the round openings in pairs. So like if your neighbor's cording you, there might be a pair of cords from that neighbor going in. Anyway, just melt them all with gold light. You don't have to know who they're from. Melt any hardness. Because the surface here of the round opening, where your energy comes and goes, should be like the surface of water, like nice and bouncy and ripply. But a lot of times it gets very hard and crusty because there are energy blocks there. So just melt those energy blocks away. You could have devices, like maybe somebody threw some hard object, like an axe or a razor blade type thing, just sharp and hard. And so just lift out any hard objects in your chakras that were thrown at you and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift out any hard objects. Angels, here you go. And then you could do repair once the objects are gone. So again, lift out any hard objects from anybody in your chakras. Angels, here you go. Lift them out. Angels, here you go. They could also be like spears or little ones like darts. But anyway, just get them all at once with your intention. Gold light. Lift out all the hard objects in your chakras. Angels, here. And do some repair now that those objects are gone. And we can do a little unblocking to help the theme of productivity, getting shit done, vision, decisiveness, clarity. So any blocks that are healthy and gentle to get rid of from any of your chakras that are in the way of the theme, just lift those out. You can blow them up if you're healing yourself, or you can just melt them with gold light. Lift out the blocks in the way of the theme, productivity. Give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift out your blocks. Blow them up or melt them with gold light. Lift out the blocks. Angels, can you help me with these? You can imagine any invasive beings that are still messing with your chakras, as like a bunch of, spinny clouds up above, and maybe part of them are in the chakra, but part of them are out. And just say, angels, can you recycle all these beings? And again, we're repairing and unblocking all your chakras to help with productivity. So again, you can lift out any junk that's not yours, that's in the way of your productivity, that's healthy and gentle to get rid of, and blow it up or melt it with gold light. Lift out the junk, melt it with gold light, lift it out, melt it with gold light. All right, good enough. Izzy. Izzy, that's enough. Izzy's trying to drink a river while I'm doing a live stream here. Okay, so now we will do what I call the fifth essential, which is a lot of work behind here, and it also involves in and around your neck, your physical neck. So good karma windows are back here in your astral body energy system. So they're in your astral body aura, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each one of them, the good karma windows, is looks like a triple frame window, or like 3 concentric squares. So the red one would look like that. Not that big though, but that's the general shape back here. About maybe that big each one. So you just have a copy out in front of you and comb through, repair and unblock your good karma windows. You can repair each one at a time if you want, and lift out any hard objects stuck in them. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. And you can have like, say, here's the window in profile, and you can have just big chunks of energy blocks on either side. So just lift out the blocks around the windows, and you can blow them up or melt them with gold light. Again, imagine the good karma windows, lift out the chunks of energy blocks around them that are healthy and gentle to get rid of. Melt them with gold light. And sometimes I talk about, I'm a gardener. Sometimes. Not always. Maybe not as much as I think I should be a gardener, but I talk about like if you're pulling up a weed, most of the time you want to also pull up the roots of the weed because otherwise it'll grow back, right? So with energy clearing, if you're clearing out invasive people or invasive beings, it's a similar idea. You want to get the plant part, but also the root part, kind of what they're anchored into. So with your good karma window area, you could just imagine whatever invasive energy. You don't have to worry if it's your neighbor or it's some invasive being, whatever. Just imagine them like ropes, and that might be some of them woven through the good karma windows, maybe going into your base of skull points or your upper chakras. So just those are like the roots where it's anchored in, and just use gold light and surround the roots and surround the stem and the plant part, and just lift all that out. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So again, sort of like this kind of profile, and you look for the, any invasive energy coming in, and get the roots as well, wherever it's anchored into, and surround it all with gold light. Freeze it and just move it out. Angels, here you go. And then just, breathe into all your major joints. And if you have any sort of stubborn invasive beings in any of that area, base of skull points, upper chakras, good karma windows, flow zone is the same area of your physical body. If you have any invasive beings in that area, you can just say, angels, if there are any invasive beings here, can you please recycle them? And then just keep breathing. All your angels too. Okay, so as I said, flow zone is that same area behind here, but of your physical body. And flow zone also includes in and around your physical neck. So just unblock that whole area. There are no windows, good karma windows or anything there. There's just like the aura layers of your physical body, 7 layers that wrap around you. So just comb through all that. You want to just melt any blocks in that area. While you're at it, you can unblock your spine. Especially the part in your neck. You want to ensure that energy flows freely up and down it. Your energy flows freely up and down it. Like say if you have a block in like the left part of a couple of your vertebrae here, the energy has to detour and go more on the right side of your spine to get down, but you want it to be able to go fully through all the vertebrae. You don't want it to have to like, kind of weave around things. So just imagine all your vertebrae bones, and of course vertebrae bones is redundant because vertebrae are bones, so you could just say vertebrae, but I always add the bones. Anyway, just unblock them enough so that your energy doesn't have to detour at all. You can be in both the left side and the right side of every vertebrae. All your vertebrae. Okay, and then flow zone, including around your neck. You could have hard rings around your neck, so just melt them away with gold light. And then base of skull points, we'll just do that for a moment. So base of skull points are at the level of the top of your ear and then the bottom of your ear. It's like 2 horizontal rows of dots, which are minor chakras in those meridians. This is a meridian diagram, so all the lines, each line is a different meridian. Each line color represents a different meridian. So I do have 12 meridian videos. I could link those below. Those are not my videos, but I made a playlist out of them. They're super useful. But anyway, so each of those little points is a chakra. So like this, you know, round cylinder. And so the job of a chakra, one of the main jobs of a chakra is to keep the flow, right? So in, you know, depending on the natural direction of flow, like that midline, that goes upwards and over this way. That's the GV meridian that helps to manage all your yang meridians. So that's a really important one. But then the urinary bladder meridian, that's the yellow line that goes down and then splits and goes down more. And the GB, the gallbladder meridian, it sort of zigzags around the side of your head and then goes down this. So you don't have to worry about the direction of flow, although it's interesting. It's a little useful, like if you know the flow is this way, then the blocks are more likely going to build up right here than here. So if the flow is this way, then, you know, it's like the crud kind of builds up right there. And so you unblock that and whoosh, all of a sudden you freed up a bunch of flow. But you don't really have to know that much detail. Just unblock. Base of, and for that gallbladder meridian one, the outermost of the base of skull points, it's like a green bluish line in the diagram. There's GB 19 and 20. Those are the base of skull points, but then it goes forward. It goes like down your neck and forward. And it's roughly somewhere around here, the gallbladder 21 point. So you can just imagine that whole stretch. I wrote here swoop, shoulder swoop, gallbladder 19 to 21. So that's what reminds me that's what that is. Anyway, so that one you can do a little more. You just add that 21 point. And so imagine that meridian, that section of that meridian. And meridians, you know, on the diagram, they're different colors, so you know which meridian's which, but in energy-wise, they should all be red and flowing, ideally. So a red flowy tube with no leaks, no blocks. So just lots of gold light and unblock and repair that shoulder swoop section of the gallbladder meridian. All right, excellent. You're awesome. Woohoo, good job. I think we're going to skip the tree trunk unblocking section. Lately I've been doing a tree trunk unblocking section right after this one. But we're going to skip it this time. We're not going to do it. Just keep things interesting. All right, so very good job. Good job, good job. Woohoo! So I explained this in the intro overview part. We're going to clear any blocks in and around this area from in your physical body energy system, from your high up in your waist to mid thigh. So any energy blocks within that area that keeps you from being present in here, and also first layer and second layer of your physical body aura around this area. So I call it your pants area. You call it your hot pants area, whatever you want. But it's really strategic to be there, helps a lot. So let's just move out any blocks in your hot pants area, blow them up, give them to your angels, melt them with gold light, whatever you want to do with them. So we're going to do what's healthy and gentle to do right now, of course. But just imagine that hot pants area and just move out the blocks in the way, melt them with gold light. Move out blocks from your hot pants area, melt them with gold light. Move out blocks from your hot pants area, melt them with gold light. Use a little extra gold light in your hot pants area in back. So it includes first and second layers back here of your physical body aura. 1, 2. Right? So let's do a little bit extra though with that part. The first and second layers of your physical body aura in your hot pants area. It's a gold light. Okay, so let's do the whole area again, your hot pants area. Just move out any blocks that are keeping you from being in your hot pants area. Just move those blocks out, blow them up, or melt them with gold light, or give them to your angels. Move out the blocks. Angels, can you help me with these? Move out the blocks. Angels, can you help me with these? Move out the blocks. Angels, can you help me with these? All right, so then just do your whole body for a second. Because whenever you do a lot in one area, then it's kind of nice to help everything sort of readjust. So all the way from head to toe, just comb through with gold light. Comb through along your spine, from your skull down, all your bones, basically. And you can tell your body, it's okay, I'm safe. We're going to have a good day today. Sometimes it helps to talk to your body a little bit like you would if you're like a really supportive parent. When you talk to your body like, yeah, it's okay, we're safe, and we're going to have a great day. Like extra reassuring, extra comforting, because your body can hold on to fear from other people, just sort of ambient panic or something. That, like say you're in a store and there are a lot of people panicking, or say you work in a hospital, a lot of people panicking. your body can match their bodies. So the more you send comforting messages, you kind of wash out the effects of the other bodies, you know, and if they have any sort of negative uncentering effects on your body, you counterbalance that by just giving your body comforting messages. So I'm going to make a banner for that, even though it's late and we just finished it. I'm just so later I can make that one into a chapter. So we just did that. We gave your body comforting. You gave your body comforting messages. Hey, good job. Woohoo! Okay, so now we're going to do clear timing pain. And pain is synonymous with baggage. So whatever sort of resonates with you better, it's the same thing. But clear timing pain, let's do that. You could blow it up. You could melt it in a gold tub of water so that it's like wisdom bubble technique. So you're melting the pain and you get these wisdom bubbles popping around you nice and gently to remind you that you're getting wisdom. As you clear old baggage, you get wisdom. You release the pain of what you've been through and you gain the life experience. And you don't gain that life experience and wisdom anywhere near as much if you don't let go of the pain. Then you're just, if you keep the pain, you're just stuck. If you let go of the pain, then you get learning experience and wisdom from it. And so it makes it, hopefully it makes it feel like a little more uplifting and that, you know, you did benefit in some way. So anyway, so make a big gold tub of water, splash around in your gold healing water for fun. And any timing related baggage that's in the way of your productivity. So fear of deadlines, guilt about procrastination, whatever. Any maybe too, you want to do like 7 different things at once, and so it kind of fries your brain because you can't figure out which one you should do or which one you want to do the most or which one you have time to do the most, you know. So that's all timing pain. So gather up a whole bunch of timing pain that is good for you to clear to help productivity. You say, angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And then go ahead and dunk it in the gold water so it all melts and you get wisdom bubbles popping gently around you so that you're learning consciously and subconsciously, which is fine. Okay, so let's do more of that. And you can just imagine the baggage out in front of you, copies of it, or you can just like kind of reach within you, you know, and just be like, I'm getting the grossest shit out of timing baggage that I have. And then say, angels, is it okay to clear all this? And then dunk it in your gold water, melt it away, and just get your wisdom bubbles from it. Okay, so you can do it that way too. Just reach within you, all the gross timing baggage that you have about deadlines or whatever, prioritizing, whatever. The angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And then dunk it all in the gold water, get your wisdom bubbles, rid of all the pain. All right. Good job. Woohoo. Yay. You did it. Yeah. Okay, so now I talked about this in the intro as one of the new things I was sure we would do is removing manipulations, which could be called curses if that doesn't freak you out, but it's generally a little too loaded of a word. So manipulations are just, stuff from other people that was placed in your space in order to manipulate you, affect you in some way, typically negative. And oftentimes people do it subconsciously. They don't do it consciously, although in some cultures, even now in modern times, people do actually do this kind of stuff consciously to other people. But maybe in a past life that was more common to do manipulations to other people on a conscious level. But it is frequently done subconsciously. So let's get rid of all that junk, right? You can have manipulations in your auras or your chakras of your body or your spirit. Yeah, I guess so. It could be in your astral body too, because if it's like lack of coordination, like if you fall downstairs, maybe your physical coordination is being blocked maybe by a block in your astral body third layer. And that's why you don't fit in well into your physical third layer. So whatever. It could be in your, most likely they're going to be in your astral or your physical third or first chakras or layers. Third does relate a lot to like physical coordination. First chakra relates a lot to basic safety, survival, stuff like that. Basic health. But we don't have to worry where they are because we're just going to imagine a pile of them out in front of you. So imagine a pile of manipulations that are negatively impacting your body, illness, injury, accidents, potentially causing them or making them just more severe than they would otherwise be. So it might look like a bunch of heavy metal pieces of metal, dark, heavy pieces of metal. It could look like other vibrations as well, like silver or something. So don't worry about what it looks like. It's just kind of interesting. But anyway, so body manipulations that affect your physical body, affect you having physical accidents, injury, illness. And these are manipulations from other people. And say, angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And you can imagine if there are any invasive beings connected to all that. And say, angels, can you recycle all these invasive beings? And then you may have some spiritual agreements, obviously not healthy ones, related to having these devices in your space. So you can imagine all the any unhealthy agreements that cause you to keep these things around and just melt away those unhealthy agreements with cold light. You say, angels, help me do this. And then go ahead and you could blow up these manipulations or just take them out and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. Just lift out any manipulations in anywhere in your space. So including physical body, including astral body, etc. Right? And just lift out the manipulations affecting your body's illness, accidents, injury. Just give them to your angels. Any invasive, any devices, any manipulations from other people affecting body illness, body injury, body accidents. Angels, here you go. And you can put your hands, physically on top of your body and just, again, comfort your body. You're like, hey, it's okay. I'm safe. It's okay. Because sometimes, if you make a shift, it could be like the wisest, most safe shift you've made in like months. But it's a bigger shift. So your body's like, what happened? What just happened? So it's nice to be reassuring to your body and just comfort it and be like, hey, it's okay. I am safe. I'm doing something healthy. My angels are helping me. It's all right. You just send comforting messages to your body. Right? And we probably already did enough on that. Let's see. So you can imagine a little version of yourself, like a little copy of yourself, and just imagine if there are any invasive beings encouraging you, making it more likely for you to have accidents, illness, or injury, right? Any invasive beings related to any of that. And just say, angels, can you recycle all those beings, please? And just, relax while your angels do that for you. So let's double check that one more time, because sometimes you clear some and then you're ready to clear more. So doing it again is productive. So imagine a little version of yourself, and just imagine if there are any invasive beings connected to you in any way that encourage or make it more likely for you to have accidents or injury or illness. And then just say, angels, can you recycle all those invasive beings? Okay, so I'm going to just momentarily explain the basics of spiritual path, but also what specifically we're going to do today and how it relates to what we just did, the body, illness, injury, accidents thing, and how it relates to productivity. And then we'll just get going and do it. So your spiritual path is just for you. Even if you have a good friend or a wonderful partner or, fabulous kids, they have their own unique spiritual paths. Each person has their own path. And so life is easier when they're not on your path and you're not on theirs. And your spiritual path represents what you're meant to learn and experience in this lifetime. And you can imagine yourself, are you on it? Are you looking forward on your path? Are you moving forward on your path? Versus like maybe you're stuck on a side road, so you're kind of lost. Or maybe you're just sitting on a side bench on your path, and so you're not looking forward and you're not moving forward. You're like overwhelmed or confused and sitting on a bench. So those things aren't bad, but it's good to realize that and have your angels help you and or you help yourself. And so then you're okay again and you're moving forward on your spiritual path. And unblocking it is important because people can dump on your spiritual path or punish it, and just dump like big walls or big, bundles of something on your path. And it can block you up and cause unnecessary, needless drama and difficulties that are not essential for your learning in this lifetime. Although you could argue that, okay, well, learning to clear your path is essential for learning, But anyway, it's like, you don't have to keep the junk there from other people. That is not necessary for you to complicate your life in that way. You can just learn to have ownership and just be like, no, I'm not putting up with that. And you just clear it dynamically, fast, so that you're not like running into walls all the time, and just kind of trying to brute force your way through your life, even though it's all blocked up. Right. So I was looking at a sample person who was one of the people that inspired the removing manipulations causing body illness, injury, and accidents, and clearing beings away that were related to causing body injury, illness, or accidents. And that person also needed this path unblocking because it's like she would get these big barriers thrown onto her path from her very invasive grandmother. And then she wouldn't remove them. She would just kind of keep trying to run into them, like run through them. But she's not good at getting, because you can like kind of blow up the obstacles and just keep going. But if you don't blow them up and you just in like resistance run into them, you're just like bashing yourself. And so you can actually cause injury or illness to yourself by trying to brute force something that should just be cleared first, and then you could go ahead. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clear, and I do have a video, clear punishment, own path. If you search Janet Wright, clear punishment, own path, it does this kind of thing where we're clearing punishment off of the spiritual path. It's an older video, but I think it's pretty good. I re-listened to it recently. But anyway, so let's do it. And this can help productivity because moving forward on your path is being productive. Like if you're moving forward on your path, I mean, it doesn't mean you're perfectly productive, but that is one way. Like you can imagine even just a spiritual path that relates to the projects that you need to do, and see, are you able to stand there, look forward, see forward, move forward, And so we'll do a subsection of this where you're just doing your path that relates to productivity. But for now, we'll just do your whole spiritual path because that is very important, like we said, for helping to reduce chances of body illness, injury, or accidents, because those are like a huge distraction. I mean, if you get sick, then forget productivity, or forget, it just is a big distraction and time wasting and energy wasting thing, right? So let's deal with it. So okay, so let's do. Okay, so you imagine your spiritual path, the road that's just for you, and start cleaning it up. Like maybe it looks too gloomy, or it looks like there are boulders in front of you. Just use gold light throughout it. The part that's ahead of you, the part that's around you and above you, the part that's behind you. Just clean it up. You don't want anything spooky. You don't want anything that just feels like a burden. Just melt all that junk away. Nothing that's dumped there from other people. And there should be a protective gold force field around the whole length of the path, but that can be punched through, and so you want to repair any holes that are in that protective barrier. And if you don't have a protective barrier because it's long gone, there's still hope for you. Just use so much gold light around the outer surface of your path that it reforms again. So you get a protective. around your spiritual path that's gold and flowy. So check for, you can have things that kind of hold you back, like that, you know, like maybe a bunch of chains to your arms. So you're like trying to move forward, but the chains hold you back. So is there anything holding you back? So it's hard to move forward on your path, and just melt away any chains around you. Like you might have chains around your arms holding you back, or around your legs or your waist. So just check for all that. Any hard stuff around you that holds you back from making progress on your path. You can have like a big dark metal band. It could be silver too, I guess, but it's not your energy. It's definitely not gold. But you can have a big, heavy band that also holds you back from moving forward. So just check any of that junk, and you can give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. So anything around the part of you that's on your astral, that's part of you that's on your spiritual path, just get rid of anything that holds you back. Angels, here you go. Angels, here. So you're able to move forward. Check the sky above you on your spiritual path. Is it like so cloudy that there's no like gold light coming through to you? Sometimes that can make you confused, like you don't have any clarity if your path is too dark and heavy. So check the sky above you, and if there's just hardness there, just use so much gold light that it melts away. Or you can lift off the hardness above you and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift off the hard sky part. Angels, here you go. You just want like flowy, nice blue skies with gold light. So lift off the hard heaviness. Angels, here you go. You want clarity. You want vision. You want to be able to see your way forward. And ahead of you on your path, you want it to be sort of this wide open feeling so that you can move forward, and it doesn't feel like dangerous or risky. It doesn't feel intimidating to move forward on your path, because moving forward on your path is making progress spiritually and literally. And so there can be external energies that intimidate you and make it feel like as you're making progress, it's like a terrifying thing. And that's silly. So just anything like that, like, you know, any sort of like fear tunnel or something that's ahead of you on your path, just lift that out. Angels, here you go. Lift out the fear tunnels. Angels, here you go. Lift out the doom and gloom fear tunnels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. Any intimidation kind of energy ahead of you on your path makes you not want to progress. Lift that out. Angels, here you go. All right. So now we can do just a subset of that. So we could have a spiritual path that just relates to your productivity and your ability to have vision and direction and clarity and make progress on your productivity projects. So how does that path look for you? And you can do the same thing, like unblock in front of you, unblock behind you, unblock the sky above you. Get that gold protective force field around your path so that it feels very wide open and full of possibilities. So it's like an uplifting thing to move forward. It's not scary. If you have any fear tunnels ahead of you or anything like that, any intimidation tunnels within your path, just lift those out. Angels, here you go. Lift those out. Angels, here you go. Could be that somebody's energy, either on purpose or accidentally, has an intimidating effect on you. So just lift their energy out. Angels, here you go. You want your path, especially your productivity path, to be just for you. So just take a look. Are you able to stand in the middle of your path, look forward, see forward, and move forward on your productivity path? And again, you might have things that sort of bind you, in place, and so make it hard for you to move forward. So any hard binding things around you on your productivity path that hold you back, just lift those out. Angels, here you go. Lift those out. Angels, here you go. Lift those out. Angels. All right. Good job. Woohoo. You're a rock star. Great job. Let's do some double confetti to celebrate. Woohoo. Good job. So that was unblocking your spiritual path in general to help you with all things, and specifically to help with productivity. Okay, so safe astral location. I'm going to kind of jump into it quickly. But you want to make sure that the part of you, because even now when you're awake, there's a part of you that wouldn't come in. Well, there are a couple parts of you that wouldn't come into your physical body. And one of them I call your astral body. And that is like, it looks like a version of you, but it stays always on the astral. That's part of you. And you want that part of you, even right now, to be in a safe astral location versus like some astral room where a bunch of people are yelling at you, or a room where everybody's stressed out and you're there just soaking up all that stress, right? So your angels always can help you 24/7, and one of the best ways they help you is to help you find nice locations, even for your astral body while you're awake. So right now you can imagine, okay, stay here though, like feel your thighs, wiggle your butt a little bit, stay here. But just imagine, okay, that part of you that's not here, in around your body, that is your astral body. Where is that part of you in a nice, peaceful, safe place? Or is that part of you in like maybe a less inspiring, more sort of deflating or even unsafe place? And you can just say, angels, help me, help take me to a really nice, the most ideal astral location for me right now. So that you stay here with your astral body in your physical body, but let your astral body go with your angels. Just be like, okay, I'm going to let my angels, take me to the best astral location possible for my astral body right now. And, as you stay here, feel your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel that. Just, you can kind of imagine where that is. Is it a field of flowers? Is it just like a nice flowy location where it's just one color, like a certain shade of green or a certain shade of pink or a certain shade of purple or whatever that's going to, just be really soothing for your spirit right now? Is it, just some workspace or resting location or fun place that the angels picked with you? Anyway, so that's you going, letting your angels take your astral body to the best location for you right now. And obviously that'll change. And maybe, once your spirit, your astral body is done working on something, then you and your angels will go to a different location. But the point is, you can always leave one place and go to another really quickly and easily. And your angels are always with you, so they can escort you instantly. So that you're in a place where you won't be ambushed by, say, an angry family member or a resentful former friend or something. You can just let your angels take you to a safe astral location. And then there's when you're asleep. When your body is asleep, your spirit is not asleep. Your spirit travels, astral travel, every night. So, sometimes when people say, oh, I astral traveled, like it was like a once in a lifetime thing, I think they're understanding it in a different way, maybe meaning it in a different way, or maybe they just don't understand. I'm not sure, but like your astral body, every time you're asleep, is off on the astral. So you are astral traveling every time you're asleep. Anyways, you want to go to safe astral locations that you pick with your angels. You want to have your angels with you at all times, and you want to listen to them, I would suggest. So that if they say, hey, everyone's screaming and yelling at you here, it's not really healthy, let's go, then you could just go, right? So that way you don't wake up with some awful headache because, you stayed there and let your ex-husband yell at you for, an hour on the astral and damage all your chakras. You just instantly go. Like, oh, this doesn't look safe. Get out of there. And if you do have to meet with somebody, say, you share custody with your kids, with your ex-husband, then, your angels can find safe astral locations for you both to meet, so that they're sort of like angel referees, and it's just a vibration that is more conducive to non-judgment and gentleness, so that it has a positive effect on your communications with that person. So there are ways. But anyway, so that's safe astral location for when you're sleeping. So you can imagine, like you imagine your body, an image of your body asleep, right? Stay here though, obviously, but it's just like you're watching a movie, right? So watch a movie of you. Okay, if your body's asleep, what position is it? Where is it located in your home, usually when you're asleep? And then your astral body, is going to different places. And you can make it simple for yourself and just divide the places into two sections. Okay, there's the unsafe places that you've gone in the last couple months, and there's the safe places that you've gone in the last couple months when your body's asleep, right? So what are the unsafe places you've gone? What are the safe places you've gone? Okay, and you may have some energy still in those unsafe places, which might help to draw you back to those unsafe places. Like, say you have these energy books or energy papers and projects that you've been trying to figure out, but they're parked in a really unsafe location where, your siblings yell at you all night or something, or, whatever. And so you want to get your stuff now. You can call back your stuff to you now, so it's not sitting in those unsafe locations. So you have no need to go back to those unsafe locations, right? So just make a gold magnet, like a 3D object. It could be whatever shape you like, sphere, cube, pyramid, whatever, doesn't matter, box. And just make it a magnet and call back all your energy, all your possessions, your life force from any unsafe astral location. Wherever any unsafe astral location, just call all your stuff back from there, right? And then say, angels, can you clean all this off? Make sure it's me and make sure it's all safe. And just heal it. So then it's just good stuff, right? So you can go ahead and take it back. Right? So let's do that again. Big gold magnet. Use the magnet to call back your unique life force, your possessions, anything that's yours from those unsafe astral locations that maybe you left there, right? So call that into the gold magnet, have the magnet get bigger if you want while it sucks up all that stuff that's yours from those negative locations. And that way you don't have to go back there, right? Because now you got back your stuff. And say, angels, can you clean all this off? Make sure it's all safe for me to receive. And then go ahead and give it back to yourself. Okay? And then you can just get rid of the images of all those negative places. You don't have to go there anymore, right? And so maybe there's some baggage within you that causes you to feel like you need to go back there again. Like maybe some guilt or some resentments or something that may, like you can imagine resentments might make you want to fight with somebody again and argue with them, right? In this really completely pointless, draining way that just imprisons you in this repeating negative cycle, right? So we don't want that, right? I would suggest that's not in your best interest. Let's say it that way, right? So make a big gold basin out in front of you and just imagine any baggage that might cause you to be drawn back to those unsafe astral locations, and just melt away the baggage in the gold water. And then you get all these wisdom bubbles and learning experience. And so you don't have to be trapped in a negative cycle anymore about that. Right? So again, big tub of gold healing energy water, right? And just imagine you can get it from within you if you want, or just imagine it out in front of you. But any inner baggage that's causing you to feel drawn to these negative astral locations, these unsafe astral locations that your angels know are bad for you, and just say, angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And then dunk all that in the gold light and just melt it all away and get your wisdom bubbles, get your learning. So you're ending that negative cycle. You're getting your learning. Melt all that baggage away. All right. Good job. Woohoo. So that's safe astral location work. And you could just remind yourself, hey, my angels can keep me safe in my sleep. I can let my angels find the best locations for me, for my productivity, for my amusement and fun on the astral. I can let my angels help and guide me in my sleep and when I'm awake. All right, good job. Woo! All right. Okay, so we're going to do healing far off parts of you to help several different things. First, we'll do to help you feel better after having experienced grief. But then we'll do some for other things too, like clarity, productivity, stuff like that. But this is the first one, healing far off parts of you that went away because you went through grief, and part of you just either couldn't handle that or got overwhelmed or chose not to handle it, whatever. So imagine the part of you that is in and around your physical body, and then imagine the part of you that's far, 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 far away. If there is parts of your spirit that are far, far away that went away because of grief. Maybe, you know, and it could be in this life or past lives, that parts of you just went far away due to grief and haven't come back yet. Right? So those are the parts that you're imagining. You can imagine like little mini parts of you, or just balls of colored light. That's your energy, of different rainbow colors. Or, yeah. So just run gold light through those far off parts of you. And you can even say hi and say, it's okay. It's all right. You know, sorry you went through all that. And just use lots of gold light and heal those parts of you. Sometimes these parts of you that are stuck in grief and went far away, they don't realize that so much time has passed. And so you can just say, well, hey, you know, it's 2024 or whatever year, you know, if you're listening later, hey, say the year, say the day, you know, be like, hey, time has passed. I'm not forcing you to come back, but it might be more fun if you came back. So just give lots of gold light, nice healing to these parts of you. And you can say, you know, I'm really sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry for your loss. You know, but the people that pass away, they've moved on. They went to heaven. They got fully restored, you know. So you can maybe also remind yourself that those loved ones are okay now. That, you know, they were able to move on. They got their healing. They got restored. Everything's okay. The people that you care about, those spirits, the human being spirits that you are mourning, they're actually okay now. You know, it's just maybe their body was ill or their body passed away, but the spirit is okay. The friendship can still exist. So, and you can say, angels, can you help me heal those parts of me? So, and once those parts of you are more fully healed, then they come back to you. You know, so it's not a far off part of you anymore, you know, and it's just nice life force that you get to use for whatever you need to do. So it's not a stuck in grief part of you anymore. It's just a, you know, more energy that you have to be healthy and strong and nurture yourself and move forward with your day. So that's healing far off parts of you, to kind of get over grief, or process grief more smoothly and quickly. So then, for clarity, let's see. So imagine you, your physical body and the part of you that's in and around your physical body. And then imagine the far off parts of you that they could be so confused, these parts of you, that they just went far, far away. Or it could be just parts of you that went away and that's why you don't have your clarity. But anyway, it's clarity related parts of you. Like these parts of you could be really confused. They could be really like stuck on a question that keeps running around and around and around. That those parts of you just are not accessible. They're not present. It's just a part of you far, far away, lost in some sort of clarity problem. And just run gold light through those parts of you. Just be like, hey, it's okay. You deserve a healing. All right. And it can be a problem from like lifetimes ago that doesn't even apply anymore. So, you know, it might be good to just remind these parts of you, like what year it is, what lifetime it is, you know, how your life is now. And you can say, hey, you can let go of that confusion. You know, our angels can help us. You know, angels can help me with clarity. You know, let the angels help me with clarity. You know, and then you can say too, angels, can you finish up healing these parts of me? Okay, so this one is heal far off parts of you to help with productivity. You can have really significant parts of your spirit that are just off doing something completely unrelated to even this lifetime. And they just have gotten so, you know, like maybe you had a past life where things were pretty interesting, you know. But in the meantime, you know, this life is happening and, you know, time is ticking, you know, and you'll only be 25 once, or you'll only be 55 once, or you'll only be 35 once, whatever age you are, you know, so in this life. So it's important to kind of seize the moment, you know, but you may have parts of you that are really checked out and are therefore completely unable to seize the moment and make the most of the day and the week and the month and the year and, you know, to get shit done. Right. So imagine your physical body and the part of you as a spirit that is in and around your physical body. And then imagine the parts of you that are far, far away that are sort of anti-productivity, that are like so far gone that it really impairs you from like conceptualizing what you need to get done and having clarity and vision and action, right? And so these far off parts of you, just give them a healing. You know, we're not going to force these parts of you to come back, but usually once they're healed and they're not stuck and they come back automatically. So just be like, hey, hello. You know, remind these parts of you what year it is, what lifetime this is. You know, say hello. It's okay. You need a healing. You know, it's all right. Here's a healing. Here's some gold light. Say, hey, you know, it would help me if you want to come into this life. If you want to come into the present, that could be helpful. There's stuff I would love to do and accomplish in this life. And you can say, angels, can you help me to heal these far off parts of me so that I make progress with my productivity. All right, good job. And then you can just give yourself some energy healing flowers, just to help comfort yourself and all your energy that's here. So make energy healing flowers for yourself out of healing energy, rainbow colors, and or gold light. Just whatever vibration will nurture you and comfort you and inspire you to be productive in ways that are healthy for you. Right? Healthy productivity flowers. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? Give them to yourself. Okay, so make some more healthy productivity flowers. Show them to your angels. Have them check. Angels, can you check, please? And give them to yourself. I think we did this already, but I want to do it again. So if we didn't do it already, then this is the first time in this healing. I mean, I know we did it in another healing. And I'm in an excerpt video of this technique too, but I think we may have already done it even in this healing. But let's do it again if we haven't. Because too, we've done so much clearing and changing that even if it's a repeat within this healing, I think that could be beneficial. So anyway, a big gold basin out in front of you, splash in the gold light in the water, gold water, just for fun. Bring out any baggage that you have around timing, deadlines, inability to prioritize and pick just one task to do right now, focus problems, procrastination, all that kind of baggage. Just lift it out. Angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And soak it in the gold light. Melt it all away. Get your wisdom bubbles. Bring out more timing baggage affecting your productivity. Angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? Melt it away in the gold water. Get your wisdom bubbles. The pain. One more time. Get rid of timing baggage, any baggage around any pain around, wanting to do 100 things at once and you don't have time to do any of them and blah, 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 or baggage about deadlines, procrastination, scheduling, prioritizing, focus, all that junk, right? So angels, can you help me? Is it good to clear all this right now? And then soak it in the gold water. And let your baggage clear so that you get your wisdom bubbles. All right, good job. Woo! So we'll see if that was the second time or the first time. All righty. Yeah. So I think this is going to be the last thing we do before the wrap up, but we'll see. So just either imagine out in front of you copies of this or like bring it out from within you, whatever you like. But we're going to clear fear of success and also fear of failure, because sometimes you hold yourself back. You get in your own way. And this fear of success or fear of failure, it could be because other people's energy is in your space, or it could be your baggage from your own experiences. Doesn't matter. Just anything that causes you to fear your own success, either subconsciously or consciously. And so angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And you could blow it up if you're healing yourself. You can melt it with gold light. You can dunk it in the gold water and get your wisdom bubbles. Probably what I'll keep doing. So again, fear of success, just grab that out from within you. Angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? Dunk it in the gold water, melt it away, get your wisdom bubbles. Right? And then fear of failure. You could have fear of failure. It could be, subconscious, so you don't really know from this life or past lives. So just get out your fear of failure that may be impacting your productivity, and say, angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? And just melt it away in the gold water and get your wisdom bubbles. And again, grab out of you fear of failure and say, angels, is it okay to clear all this right now? Dunk it in the gold water. Let it melt. Get your wisdom bubbles. And you can imagine yourself and imagine if there are any invasive beings that are contributing to your fear of failure or your fear of success. And just say, angels, can you recycle all these beings? And so there is this expression, fake it till you make it. Which is an interesting energy thing where it's like you set your vibration at a certain thing and then it kind of helps. So if you're not amused but you set your vibration at playfulness and you kind of go through the motions of being playful, it might actually work and help, and over time you get more and more and more playful just by kind of pushing yourself in that direction. um so we're going to do that towards push yourself towards success with productivity, right? And give yourself congratulations flowers as if you've just finished your project. You just finished this project or that project, or you just made that decision and it was a good decision. You feel great about it. So you're going to give yourself flowers like, I did it. Yay, I did it. Right. And you're going to and so that kind of nudges you more on that way. So it's like a fake it till you make it. You're faking, in a way, success at whatever productivity issues, projects you have, right? So that kind of nurtures you and nudges you along. So it helps you to feel like you already did it, which is the same vibration as finishing up with it, and moving forward with it, right? So productivity, success flowers, basically. Okay, so let's do it. So, So just make energy healing flowers, as many as you could possibly want, either gold light or rainbow colors or both, and have it be at a vibration where you are congratulating yourself. You have finished all these wonderful, productive projects that you have, right? And so you're congratulating yourself as if you've already finished them all, right? And you have clarity on the next stuff. And so all this clarity and success with productivity, and just congratulate yourself about it with these flowers. The angels, can you check these flowers? And give them to yourself. Soak them all up. Okay, let's see that again. Make more energy healing flowers for yourself out of universal healing energy, whatever colors you need, rainbow colors, gold light, both. And say, and have them be congratulating yourself for your future success, basically. Success with clarity, decisiveness, getting stuff done, productivity, success, right? Congratulate yourself on your productivity success. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to yourself. And just breathe in. Imagine that sense of accomplishment. Imagine the confidence that you get from having done it. Imagine that sense of peacefulness and relief. Imagine the renewed motivation because you're so validated because you had your success. Just feel it in your bones, feel it in your cells of your body, feel it in your auras, feel it in your grounding. The productivity success. Okay, and we'll just do one more time with the flowers. So make energy healing flowers to congratulate yourself in your productivity success. Have your angels check them and give them to yourself. Let them go wherever they need to go. Soak up your productivity success. You can tell yourself, good job, great job, woohoo. All right, we'll do double confetti to celebrate your productivity success. Yay, you're a rock star, woohoo, you did it. Okay. So now we'll just do a quick wrap up. Just check your space, check your auras, redo your gold buffer zones. You can also you can imagine yourself and imagine any backlash people you have, which is any people that you may not even really know them that well, but they're just people that might throw energy at you for one reason or another, repressed anger, whatever, subconscious, blah, blah, blah. Right? So just imagine yourself and your backlash people. Don't do anything to them. Don't touch them, you know, but just imagine if there are any cords, any lines of light between you and them, and just go ahead and melt the cords, because that will make it easier for them to ignore you. Because typically backlash people, they just get upset when you're changing because the cords are there, and they get all this energy when you're changing, and it kind of upsets them. So if you melt the cords, it'll make it easier for them to ignore your progress, and so you will be less likely to get backlash from them. So again, you're just imagining yourself and the backlash people. Don't send them any energy, just melt the cords between you guys. So, and melt the baggage within your space that the backlash people are courting. And sometimes the backlash people, they're courting stuff that you're avoiding. So it's like this sort of oddly persistent situation where, you know, they're courting some of your baggage, but you're really trying hard to pretend that baggage isn't there. So you can't melt the cords and melt the baggage because you're trying to ignore your baggage. So look for what you're ignoring that the backlash people are courting. And you don't have to know what it is, but just imagine it like a stack of suitcases or something, or a big pile of dirty laundry or something, or a big bunch of mud, and just melt it away. So what is your baggage that these backlash people are courting, especially the stuff you're trying to pretend is not there, and just melt it away. And then again, melt those cords between you and the backlash people so that they can ignore you if they choose to. They don't have to be upset by your growth. All right, great job. So now you can stop imagining your backlash people and just use cold light up and down your spine, a nice wide beam of gold light around all your major chakras, just to heal them and heal the magnetic fields around your major chakras along your spine. Let your chakras align and just cooperate with each other. And just check the flow within your physical body. Your life force should be able to flow comfortably. Your body's energy and your energy should be able to flow comfortably throughout your body. So up and down your major limbs, up and down from head to toe, from head to fingertips, back up from head to toes, all the way down your spine, through your hips, down your legs. Let your legs relax. And just a little bit extra time on your first chakra and your second chakra of your physical body. So you have 2 first chakras and 2 second chakras because your astral body has a set as well. But just your physical body first and second chakra, let's do a little extra healing there. Unblocking. So this is the basic chakra shape, right? And then second chakra, an ideal color is orange. For emotions, emotional stability, sexuality, sensuality. First chakra, ideal color is red. For courage, safety, and abundance. Just a little extra time melting cords, unblocking. Physical body first and second chakra. And then first and second layers of your physical body aura, especially from the waist on down. The waist on down, first and second aura layers of your physical body. We'll just do a little extra unblocking there. But you want them to be wide and flowing, flowy, flowy, flowy. You don't want them to be like sort of stuck and compressed. All right. Home through your grounding. Block it. Indie grounding. Melt away any connections going into your grounding from other people. All right. And as we wrap up, just say, angels, can you please help me get shit done? Angels, can you please help me with my self-assertiveness? Angels, can you please help me with my decisiveness? And angels, can you please help me with clarity? All right. That's a healing. You're a rock star. Woo, woo, woo. Great job. Yay. All righty. So I'm going to make this part, I think I'm going to make it faster than I did in the triplet set. So probably some people posted already their like read my life story kind of questions, and I'm going to try to not go there. The questions were a little bit maybe overly time consuming in the triplet set, the post healing comments. So I'm especially inviting the non-time consuming comments about how you're doing right now, how the healing was for you. Any comments about your productivity that do not require lengthy reads. And of course, you can post things under videos and I get to them when I have time and I post a reply under your video comment. Alrighty, so I'm going to look the chat comments. This is hi from Denver, 90s and sunny. 90s and sunny. I would take that though, because I prefer that over 50s and raining. So hope you're enjoying it. Hello from the lake. I don't actually know where I am, but I'm not lost. I'm just somewhere in the backlands where there are no people. Turtles are many though. Well, I guess that sounds good. But don't know where I am, but I'm not lost seems a little troubling, but maybe that's just me. I'm glad you're not troubled by that. Someone says, hello, Janet. Loved the back of the aura clearing. Can you please suggest something to help safety in that area? I often feel like nothing supports me there. Well, I think those two go hand in hand, the clearing and the safety back there. Because if I mean, you could have aura damage back there, but I think, yeah, so I think that's part of it. You have a blind spot to like some of your Wei Qi auras, and some of your Wei Qi auras are commonly ripped back there, and you don't catch it with your self-healing. So sometimes if you have kind of a mental block like that, then when you repair all your auras at once, you're not getting it. You're not getting all the damage. So you could specifically check the back of your auras and just be like, okay, count through all the Wei Qi auras, like 1, 2, and kind of pat the outer surface of each of them, so you're like, you have a copy out in front of you, you're like patting, okay, first Wei Qi aura, second, third, fourth, whoa, fifth, I can put my hand on, and there's a big rip there, 6th, 7th, whoa, 7th, so, kind of test a little bit more, Wei Qi aura by Wei Qi aura, because it looks like there's maybe about 4, even 5 of them sometimes that can be torn up back there, but you won't catch it with your self-healing. So that's probably the main thing. But then unblocking back there helps too, because even if it was all repaired, if there's a significant block, somebody or an invasive being could cord and send blasts of energy into that area because of the energy block. So continuing to unblock would be good, but I think the most improvement would be just make sure you count through all the Wei Qi auras, and you don't have to know like, oh, this one relates to my spleen meridian and this one relates to my bladder meridian, and just count up to 15. Make sure you get them all, and make sure they all, are nice and bouncy and whole. There's no like, whoa, yeah, there's no big gash in any of them. So I hope that helps. I don't think eventually, forever you'd have to count through all 15, but it seems like you have some kind of an avoidance of some of your Wei Qi auras. So I think counting through them in the back like that and testing them will help you get over that. So then eventually you can just intuitively repair them all at once, but yeah, for a while, maybe just double check with all 15 back there, one at a time. Someone says, thank you for the healing, Janet. You are welcome. I don't know who you are in real life with that YouTube ID. So if you want me to know who you are, then you could email me and say, oh, by the way, this is my real life first and last name, and this is my YouTube ID, just so I get a sense of who you are. But if like, say I didn't heal you and you just healed yourself and you don't need me to know who you are, then obviously you don't have to email me. It's optional, but if you want, that's fine with me. My email is janet@jwhealing.com. JW Healing, no S, just jwhealing.com. Janet@jwhealing.com. Someone says, thank you for the healing, Janet. You are welcome. Someone says, question, I tend to get fixated on problems if I'm having a romance situation. My focus goes there a lot. How do I get my mind to focus on something productive? Well, typically you'll have energy blocks in your space that relate to that problem that you're fixated on, and you have too much of your energy stuck in that bunch of energy blocks. So it would be like some bricks or something, in your aura. And so you can melt away the bricks. It's like there's typically going to be blocked energy in your aura somewhere. And it could be right up against one of your chakras too. But it's blocked energy somewhere in your space. It could be several places in your space relating to that problem. Sometimes you might have somebody courting you that relates to that problem. So if it's like you can't decide about this one friend, maybe they're courting you and sending their energy as well. So you could, melt cords just in case. But, a lot of times if your thoughts are looping or keep going to something, it's now, if it's a romance issue, then maybe there is a person that is courting you, and maybe they're to take a simple example, maybe you have horny thoughts of somebody, like sexual thoughts of somebody over and over and over and over. It could be they're just courting your second chakra and or your Kundalini chakra below your first chakra, and so you just melt the cords and calm your chakras back down. Unless you like that, it's not a problem. But yeah, that could be, maybe you're, if the thoughts are along those lines, then that would be, a difference. It's just cords revving you up potentially. Revving up your chakras. Okay, someone says, hi all, hello to you. Thanks for the cute emojis. Someone says, hi Janet, thanks so much for the healing. I'm still working on message flowers to help my long-term compatible partner clear avoidance so that we can meet sooner. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go overboard helping that person. I mean, they've got to sort of do their own heavy lifting, also. So you could kind of ease off that. I mean, check with your angels, but it seems like your angels are like, yeah, good job. You have to keep doing it. Because, I mean, yeah. Help is one thing, but, there's stuff that people have to do for themselves. My intuition tells me he's getting these healings on the astral. Yes. Yeah. So you can have people that, you don't know. For example, like I have a heaven friend, somebody that used to be in this lifetime in the body. We were very good friends consciously. He passed away. He's in heaven in between lifetimes, hanging out, having a blast, having a great time. And he gets, Janet healings. He gets these healings not from me. He gets them from angels. Like angels can give anybody a version of these healings. I mean, angels can give you any number of healings you want on anything, but it's, it's an option to get these specific healings because they're pretty much designed in advance the night before on the astral, at least one night before, but probably several nights before on the astral. And then the angels kind of road test them on people, on the astral, or, just people in heaven on the astral. So so your person is getting Janet healings on the astral, but also some heaven people, for example, in my case, some heaven people are getting Janet healings. All right. Someone says, thank you for healing me. I feel a shift on my self-talk. Oh, that's nice. So your inner thoughts and how you're talking to yourself. That's great. The congratulations flowers was my fave. Yeah, that was cute. I like that. That was kind of very new. We've never done that before. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to highlight that in my notes. I was wondering how my astral locations are while I'm sleeping. I wake up so many times that I get frustrating that I can't find the baggage or not healing myself correctly. As I type this, I'm thinking about my mother-in-law. Thank you. I think that was the same person. Yeah. You had said in your survey that you had tingly legs. So part of the work that we did was inspired by that you mentioned that. So we in the wrap up section and then at some other point in the healing too, we unblocked first and second layers of the physical body from the waist on down, including below the feet. So that's something that you could repeat more and more, but just, first and second layers of your physical body around from the hips on down, and the extra work that we did. So maybe just repeat the wrap up section because it included a little extra work on the first chakra and the second chakra of the physical body. And you could add the Kundalini chakra of the physical body there, just 2, 1, and K for Kundalini chakra. And then just the first and second layers around your legs, just because you want flow. And when you have your like restless leg thing, you have really compressed tight energy in the first and second layers and really compressed energy in your physical first chakra there. You can also redo that, the clear pants blocks section, because that can help with sleep. Because the more dynamically you're clearing fear and clearing that whole area, because the clear pants blocks section involves first and second layer as well as this whole area of the body. So you could keep repeating that, the clear pants blocks, to help with sleep. I think initially maybe some unsafe astral locations was involved in that, but I think in the last 5 days or so, it hasn't been a problem of unsafe astral locations. It's just been that you're too blocked in your pants area. like during the day. So then, see, because if you're so blocked during the day, then your body is still all blocked up. So it's hard for your body to be at peace enough and safe enough so that you can go and just stay out for like a good night's sleep. You have to keep coming back because your body's like all jumpy and weird because you have too much tightness around here. So what you do during the day and how flowing you are during the day has a big impact on your quality of sleep that night. So it's like a cumulative kind of a thing. So just keep wearing the pants area, the hot pants area. Unblock it. I don't know why that's so amusing to me, but it is. And you can melt cords, from people going into the hot pants area, including cords from your kids. Because your kids can cord your baggage, like in your auras there. Only the first chakra cord can stay to them. I mean, it's up to you, but I would say, yeah, definitely keep the first chakra cord, but that should be like a nice red, earthy, earth energy first chakra kind of red, not like white or anything, and then no other cords to your kids. Check for cords, not to your spouse, but like women in his family, like mother-in-law, sisters, anything like that. Melt cords. All right. And I think I might put a sleep question on the survey. I mean, I always ask about sleep in like the big feedback thing. It's like, what about your sleep? What about your, neck? What about your shoulders? What about your knees? What about this? What about that? But I might like put a sleep question all by itself just to encourage people to keep mentioning how their sleep was so I can keep studying what's impacting people's sleep. All right. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Am I doing better staying out of my partner's path? Yes. Have I been more present lately? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you've been in all your chakras for at least half the day. Yesterday and Friday even. Well, Friday you were in 7 through 2 all day, not 7 through 1. But 7 through 2 is pretty decent. Thursday you were in 7 through 2. You were in 7 through 1 on and off, but 7 through 2 like maybe 70% of the day, and then 7 through 1 30% of the day. So yeah, more present than you have been. Maybe keep doing that clear, I don't know if you're doing it consciously, but clear pants area. The hot pants blocks. Just keep clearing those. Is your partner present? Kind of off and on. He is clearing more when he's present since you're not in his space. Because when you're not in his space, it kind of gives him this inspiration of like, I don't have to have women in my space. And so then he is way more likely to clear out his exes and his mother. But if like you're in there, then it's just like his brain doesn't work right. Because chances are you're in there and all those other women are in there, right? But if you get out, you're such a big part of his life that having that level of breathing room and seeing that you're separate, it's like it just reminds him, wait a minute, I don't have to be, this soup of all the women in my life plus my energy, so it is a catalyst for you to be not in his space. It's a catalyst for him. So I would say he's making more progress when he's in, but he still has times when he just kind of gives up and sits on the side of his path and is like, wow, boo-hoo me, but those are getting less, and he is making more progress when he does move forward. I would just say you're always a potential positive influence for him. So if you notice that he's having one of his cranky, overwhelmed times, just work your own legs or clear your own pants blocks or something, because he'll notice what you're clearing, and it could inspire him. Just like you being out of his space inspires him to clear other women out. So anyway, keep up the good work. Someone says, thank you very much, Janet. I feel sad and pissed for no reason. Could be because I'm more present after healing. It could be. I think you have some, yes, I think it is because you have dumped energy from various people in your space that's just like very insulting. Like, you're not mature enough, you're not responsible enough, you're too loud, you're too obnoxious, you're too this, you're too that. Like, you have a lot of opinions, public opinion in your aura and your chakras. So you can just round it all up and blow it up, or round it all up and set it on fire with gold light, whatever amuses you. But yeah, I think you definitely are more present. And you have this way of resisting, like you want everything to be perfect, and so rather than just being calm and noticing this sort of insulting energy around you, you'll be like, oh, I can't believe this. So don't react to the garbage, just make the garbage go away. Keep your peace, make the garbage go. Have your, be graceful about it, be non-resistant about it, don't like start a fight with a bunch of insults in your space, just be like, okay, here's the insults, I am peaceful, they're gone. Here's more insults, I am peaceful, they're gone. All right. Someone says, yay, was excited about healing the faraway parts of me. Glad that worked for you. I have a feeling some of them have been out for a while. Yes, that's true for you and everybody. Yeah, it's easy to have parts that you've forgotten about because they've been gone for so long. Someone says, feedback, I did leave the house and cleaned a little. Definitely could focus more on my major life stuff. Job searching. Oh, during the healing, you cleaned your house a little? Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, I totally forgot about my Wei Chi auras. Thanks for the reminder, and also the clearing manipulations exercise. I do hope that my daughter will benefit from it. Yes, your survey responses about her were one of the major inspirations for that section. Yes, I was watching her during the healing. So this is, I finally hung the IKEA mirror that has, oh, by the way, and also about your daughter, the part that we did about unblock path and clear punishment off it, that was part of it too, because she was one of the people that just bangs into obstacles ahead of her on her path rather than clearing them out and then walking forward. So both of those sections were partially inspired by your daughter. I mean, many other people as well, but she was one of the more obvious examples. So yeah, the remove manipulation section, but also right after it, the unblock path section was partially inspired by her. So thank you for your survey, mentioning her. So this is, I finally hung the IKEA mirror that has been propped on my dresser for months. Isn't that funny? There could be something, and it's just like, it just falls into this dead zone in your mind. And then all of a sudden you clear and you're like, oh, I can do that right now. Bam, bam, bam. Got shit done during the healing. Yay. Definitely feel more present in my bike shorts area. Woke up this morning feeling physically heavy all over, feel physically lighter and motivated to do stretch. Well, that's nice. Someone says, when you were talking about curses, I got intense pain in my left hip. It took longer than usual to resolve, and my phone shut down your live stream. Oh my God, that's beautiful. It's fine now, and I got laundry done. Yeah, so I would say that's your angels wanting you to redo that section like a billion times. I mean, not a billion times. I'm kidding about that, but yeah, like keep redoing that one. I don't think that was an accident. I think your angels really wanted you to notice that section at all costs and work it over time. Yeah. Yeah, and that was the section on remove manipulations contributing to body illness, injury, and accidents, and clear beings that contribute to all that. That was what that section was. I'm glad you got some stuff done during the healing too. Thank you for the feedback. You're welcome. Someone says, I did some clearing of rage Friday, but it came roaring back today. Well, you know, I mean, you can think of like, okay, well, how many past lives do I have uncleared rage from? You know, uncleared repressed anger from? Because, you know, who tells people, you know, get over your anger? Nobody does, you know, in any life. Most lives, I would think, you know. So you can just do a little, you know, journal entry looking at like, okay, well, how many lives do I have left over, you know, repressed anger from? You know, it could be a lot. And so, you know, there just could be more to clear. You know, that's all right. So yeah, I guess it's good that you're aware of it. But yeah, it can be from many, many lives, and it takes time to make enough headway on it that you don't. And you know, in the meantime, just keep on blocking your grounding and melt cords from people, so that you know you don't get yourself into trouble in the meantime. So melt cords, unblock your grounding, and then, you know, as you have time, keep clearing old repressed anger. You could use the bubble wisdom bubble technique, or you could just blow it up, whatever amuses you. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Feeling tired but mellow. That sounds good. I did start to feel this weird tickle like feeling in my stomach during the healing. I have that sometimes when I'm around people. Is that cording? Yeah, it does seem like it's cording. Could be one of your meridians too, blocking up your tummy meridians. So you could, yeah. Sorry about all the body hair in that diagram, but you could check those meridians and those chakras as well, as well as the major chakras in the area. Yay for excessive body hair. Well, maybe not excessive. All good. I feel stuck a lot when I'm trying to be creative, and I don't trust the process as well as I could. I've been clearing fear, but is there anything else I can do? I'm wondering if you've seen the I think it was in Healing 2 of the triplet set. We did Productivity Garden and Productivity River. So maybe one of those you'd like more than the other, but that could be another option to unblock your productivity. Imagine it like a river and unblock the flow, or Productivity Garden, imagine it like a garden and, you know, fix it up the way you want and get rid of the stuff you don't want. Let's see, I have in my notes what healing that was from. Yeah, that's from healing number 2 of the triplets that we just did. So it'll be within the same playlist. There's a playlist of all the videos from this month, which will be in the info section of this live stream. But since it's current, you can just go to my playlist tab on my channel and find it. All the Get Shit Done videos. This is, thank you, Janet. It is hard for me to come back fully when I have a few events. I met my cousin on Thursday and had friend over on Saturday. It was a train wreck. Couldn't go back to normal. Yeah, your cousin's pretty invasive. And your friend on Saturday, not so invasive. It seems like your mom gets in your space when you socialize. Like she has this very isolating energy around you. Like she doesn't really like when you're just trying to be social and having fun. And so she'll jump in your space and get really triggered and angry. Like triggers her repressed anger when you just have a good time with people. So I think it's sort of a combination of the two things. Occasionally it's invasive people that you're socializing with, but it seems to be your mom as well. So you could just clear your underlying baggage that allows you to, allows your mom to just short circuit your fun. Some people are raised, I was raised that way, where fun was pretty much not allowed. my my birth mother a little more than my birth father, but they were both pretty anti-fun as far as us. And whenever we were having a good time, they would kind of clamp down on things. So yeah, you can do wisdom bubble exercise or blow them up or whatever. But any baggage that in your space that says you're not allowed to have fun, you're not allowed to have fun socially, you're not allowed to just be safe and enjoy other people's company. That you should let your parents or anybody kind of rain on your parade. Harsh your fun. Someone says, you're mentioning your partner's initials. And I are in Denver currently, and I think we are both ruling it out as a place to move. Is that something we're both deciding, or is it my mom messing with us? She's not around you guys right now. You are letting your angels protect you. So yeah, so whatever your perceptions are, it seems like they would be accurate right now because she's like far away. There's like a big, big, big flowy angel wall in between you guys and her. So she's not that she's not trying, but she's not anywhere near you guys right now or yesterday or last night on the astral. You guys have a lot of angel protection from her so that you could get accurate perceptions. So that's cool. Alrighty, so let's just have a little tomato show off time. I'll put away my healing sheets. All right. So 2 things about the garden update. Lorenzo and I, we had to put up, fortunately I had them. I was so happy that I had them. I had just bought them this year. And I really tried to be sure, like, okay, angels, should I really get these? And I got them. And they're these big, like, fabric, see-through fabric that you put over, like, say, blueberry bushes to keep the birds from eating the blueberry bushes. And so I put those over, like, half of our bigger blueberry bushes, so the birds wouldn't eat them all. And turns out the birds didn't eat any of them, so we had like a crazy amount of blueberries available to us. But anyway, so I had these see-through mesh things, like giant bags that you put over something to protect it from birds. And they're a very fine mesh, so the birds don't get their heads caught in it. Because if you use netting that's called bird netting, it's actually dangerous to birds, ironically. And the holes are like this big, and they get caught in there, and they can actually die. But this is not like that. This is like a very fine, gauzy kind of mesh, so that no bugs get through, no birds get through, nobody gets hurt. So anyway, I had a bunch of that, and the deer, Lorenzo, good eye for him. He saw that the deer had come back and started to eat some of the green bean leaves, because for some reason they really like green bean leaves even more than they like kale. And so they had eaten some of the green bean leaves, but fortunately not a crazy amount of them. So then we used those like protector fabric bag things, giant, that I have, and we were able to cover both green bean trellises with these because they're like tall pole beans, so they're very tall trellises, and so they're like one trellis is like this big, the other one's even a little bigger. And but anyway, so we put the covers on. So far, it has worked because I guess the deer could probably chew through that fabric if they really tried hard. But anyway, so far so good. Our green beans are still growing and still protected. So that's one part of my update, which is nice. The second is that we do have tomatoes ripening in the house because, you know, I go out and if they're just starting to turn at all, then I'll pick that tomato so that it frees up the energy of the plant to ripen some more. So I'll just show you a couple of the ripening tomatoes that we have because they just turn like kind of cool colors. And we have these, and then we have these ripening in the house, and you can see they're all different colors because they're different varieties of tomatoes. So these I've shown before. They're called black cherry, I think they're called. They're cherry tomatoes, but they're a dark cherry variety. And then this is a different variety. It's not ripe yet, but this is that. I think this is that same variety, but more ripe. And then this variety I've shown before. We have a lot of this kind of one because it did really well for me. This is called Black Crim, I think. And so the top stays green and the bottom gets like a reddish brown color. And so we have a bunch of those. And then we have this one is called, I think this one is Silex. And I only have one plant that's Silex, but we haven't gotten a lot of tomatoes from it, but they're a little bigger than this one. This one's called Gills All Purpose. Which I don't know, for some reason it kind of amuses us that, you know, it's like some guy's name in the title. Because usually it's like a last name or like a region somewhere in the world where the variety was developed. But this was Gills All Purpose. And that one's been pretty good for us. But the Black Crim, I have a lot of Black Crim tomato plants because they just did so well when I was growing them from seed that, you know, we have a lot of them. But anyway, so that's the idea. We have a lot of cherry tomatoes, which is exciting. I've never grown cherry tomatoes before. I mean, I once years and years ago, I moved into a house that already had cherry tomatoes growing. So I've eaten cherry tomatoes from a garden before, but it wasn't my cherry tomatoes. But these are the first that I'm growing, and they're doing well, so that's exciting. But anyway, so that's enough garden update for now. And I'm not really doing much in the garden right now. I'm just letting it survive on its own. The rains are watering it for me, so I don't have to do that. So that's good. Okay, so now I will show Izzy out, and I'll wake him up and give him some treats. So you can see his cute little tail wagging while he eats some treats. But then we'll end right after that because that gets him all excited, and then I have to take him outside after that. So, do the Izzy. Okay, so I'll try to film him getting treats. Sorry about the shaky camera work when I do it. That's just the way it goes. I'm gonna try to free up my camera cables. Advance. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get the treats for him. He's doing fine, by the way. He's kind of itchy, but we think it's seasonal allergies, so there's not a lot we can do. We medicate him a little, but not a lot. There's allergies. Hey, Izzy, come here. Oh, such a why is it? Alrighty. So there you go. Izzy got some treats. Alrighty. So I hope we can all be as happy as Izzy is when he eats. All right. So I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening. Take care. And the next healing, the final one in this set, will be in 2. Ah, you're so amazing. Have some confetti to celebrate how fantastic you are. Yay, you're so amazing. Bye.